So I braided my hair up the night before, and this is how I braided it up. So this is the leave out piece that y'all see, which I don't even make my leave out that big, but it's okay for this time. And this is how the back is braided up. I did tie it down just so it could kind of like lay down. So this is my clips that I'm going to be using while I'm doing my hair. This is just some regular silver clips, y'all. Get these from the beauty store. And this is my little black cap that I'm going to use. Some people do use 2 caps. If you feel like you might get glue in your hair, go ahead and use the 2 caps. I use 1 because I don't like a lot of tension on my head. So I push my cap back so I can go ahead and brush out my baby hairs. This is an important step because you don't want glue on your baby hairs if you have a lot of baby hairs like me. And in a minute, you're going to see me add some Eco Styler just to hold them in place, so I go ahead and put the shield on. So after I finish laying down my baby hairs, I go ahead and cut the earlobes to my wig cap. I do install my Quickweave cap like I am doing a wig cap. I don't know why. It's just easier for me to make sure the sides are stuck down and make sure everything is good so I don't get any on my sideburns. I like to wear gloves while putting on my protective shield because the first time I ever did a quick weave, it was all over my hands and it made it hard to lay the weave down. So I just went ahead and started putting on gloves. I did this for my last time, and I did it this time, and it was so easy just to take those gloves off when it was time to actually lay the tracks down on my head. So y'all see me putting the protective shield all around, and I'm putting it everywhere but where my big braid is at, just so I can kind of get it where it's not on my hair. So I go ahead and dry this for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I will cut it, and then I add spritz to it because some of my cap was not laying down because I didn't have enough protective shield. So if you run out of protective shield, you can always use hairspray, spritz, or anything hard that will create a barrier in between your hair and the glue. So I'm always very careful when cutting my cap because you don't want to cut it too fast and then it ends up unraveling on you because this cap is like so thin. So you see me kind of laying it down and being very strategic about where I cut it and when I'm cutting it. So I cut the back off almost first all the time after I cut my sideburns. And then I go ahead and go down the middle. The hardest part is cutting where the braid is at, which I will see me struggle with because it's your hair. You don't want to cut your hair. And the cap is so tight on your scalp. This is where the spritz comes in handy at because y'all see that I have this little flap that I cut. It's like access cap. So I just went ahead and kind of spritzed that down, and then y'all see me cut a little bit more of the excess off, and I'm just drying the spritz down so it gets to gluing. And this is my cap, y'all. This is how you lay a quick weave cap. I know some people probably do it better than me, girl. This is the hair glue that I'm using. It's a Salon Pro hair bonding glue. You could just get this from the regular beauty supply store. And then these tracks were already cut because, like I said, I had a middle part before doing this style. So I just went ahead and kind of measured my head. If you are doing it from just one weft of tracks, I would recommend going ahead and measuring and then cutting it and then going ahead and gluing it on your head. And it's no in particular way that I'm laying it at first. When I get to the top of my head, I will start to lay them a certain way, which I'm fast forwarding through just laying them the regular way. So y'all just see me going through with the glue, measuring, and then laying it down. So this is what y'all see me measuring the tracks when I get closer to like the actual ending. So this track was already cut. This was like almost a perfect fit. So that's me measuring it, and then I lay it down. So when I got to the part of my side part, I started laying tracks sideways like this one. I didn't do it all the way around because I was already done with my last track on my other side, if that makes sense. So then I went ahead and just made sure all of my tracks were glued down. and just pulling at them to see if anything was going to slip. I used the Wild Dream Coat on my leave out, and I also used the Fantasia heat protectant. I love this stuff. I always use it. It's always going to be in my back pocket. So I prepped my leave out with the Wild Spray the night before because you know you have to add it on damp hair. And then I went ahead and added some Fantasia heat protectant to my hair before I started to round brush it. I do prefer round brushing my natural hair more than putting a flat iron straight to it. I don't know what it is, but the older I get, I love layers in my hair, but I don't like cutting my natural hair into layers. So here I am just kind of slicing this hair up. It was already kind of sliced up from being in the middle part, but I went ahead and just cut a little area where I feel like it would lay good with curls. When I started curling my hair, I did use the Paul Mitchell hot off the press, and then I put my hair on rollers just to kind of set it. I'm not a super duper hairspray girl, so I like my hair to be soft, not hard. So I just went ahead and kind of put my Velcro rollers on there and pinned it up for a while. Let that sit just so I could kind of get the feel of how I wanted my curls. So this is my finished product. I really love this style on me. I feel like it looks super natural and it's minimal heat, so I don't have to put that much heat on my hair. You just wrap it like you have a bob or a natural hairstyle, like you will wrap your silk press. And that is it, ladies. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.